Alright guys, today on TCC we're going to be getting into, I don't know yet, I'm probably going to split a bunch of these transformers and try to get some of this stuff torn apart and parted down, but that's my goal. I'm just going to mess around today. We may end up pulling some wire with the big puller here. I got a mess on the table. I've been messing around. I've been trying to build some brackets and stuff for splitting these transformers. So, because I've got a ton of them, so I'm gonna have to build some hardware. Work on a bunch of these because I got a bunch of them. So I might tear into that motor. I got a bunch of crap, but as of right now, we're gonna chop all this copper off right here, which I don't even know what these things are, but my brother gave them to me, so I don't know, but they're little copper bars. They shouldn't take but a minute or two. I'm not even gonna mess with that little piece of plastic that's on there. I'm just gonna chop through these right here like this and send them. Throw them into number 2. All right. Huh. No, it ain't either. No, it ain't. I don't know if they were copper or not. They're definitely something. Just put it in there. That'll be our little copper bucket for now. Two little ones. I thought it was all one. It might come right off there. It might. Copper. I gotta make me some jaws taller for that. Yep. Shit, missed. I ain't gonna be able to carry this bucket. No. Need my two-wheeler for that one. What was that? Oh, transformer. These are big heavies. I gotta break them down still too. Yep. Okay, getting somewhere. This motor, this motor's a little different. This needs cut, that needs cut. Let's slide that back. I don't know what's in this. It's heavy. So there's got to be something in this box. I don't know exactly what's in there, but it's heavy. Let's go after this one. square on both sides. It's an old one, old one. Copper. Let's make some room. About to get to chopping. Could have cut it off with the air chisel, I guess. Would have been faster. Sorry guys, damn GoPros, boys. I tell you, I'm about to switch out and I ain't even been doing this very long, but the batteries on them are junk. Let's just blow that right off there. Like that. There it is. Get out of there. There we go. That one's going to be the same way. That's just a big one. You guys see how that does that? These things will open up when these don't. The blades are stiffer. Cuts it right off. And I just threw that in a dump over there, but oh well. Damn it. Jeez. Let me go get a container in here so I don't have to keep dealing with all this steel more than once. Alright. I don't know if I ever explained this, guys, or not, but, and I'm sure other people on YouTube have or haven't. If you have an interlocking transformer like this one is, every other sheet's alternated, but you'll see like a, if you see that right there, there's like a space in them, and that means like every other sheet, it almost looks like dots down through here, and they won't be welded. There'll be no welds on this thing anywhere. They interlock them and then they drive wedges in each side, and that's what holds it in there. On a welded one where you can break it, Project Shop Florida has a press and stuff, which I'm going to try to build one kind of like what he has. If you see welds on them like this, they're welded together. These are still kind of interlocked because they have a center section and then two sides, but some of them, like I was doing last night, and I did earlier on the video, they'll have just the top welded on them, and you can cut the weld on each side, and the top will pop off, and you can pull the coils out the top or press them out. But that's how I tell if they're, whether you can break them or not. Like these are all E interlock. You can actually see that plate real good on this one. and they just slide them plates in there until they fill it up and drive wedges in both sides. These particular ones I cut in half, and I take each half out each side. Same with this one. You can see that dotted line right there, and that tells you that they're an interlock one. And there's no welds on any of these besides that one. But anywho, I figured I'd explain it. There, that's how you know which ones are which. Now, when I do these, I will either cut them with the blade in the press, or I'll cut them on my electric motor cutter over there. And I just cut them clean in half, and then just pull out each half out each side. See, like this one, this is an interlocker, and usually interlocked ones will be bolted as well. So that's an interlock, that's an interlock, that's an interlock. That was a welded one that I was messing with on the press, trying to build some bracketry, which I haven't got done yet. And then, and that's a big transformer. I don't know what size that was. I think it was a 460,000 water, but it's 3 big coils on it. So I'll get them off one way or the other. But these here, those are all interlocks. Those will all have to be cut. But yeah, that's how you can tell. Whew. It's warm out today. I ain't used to this hot air. I'm sweating. I don't know if I'm going to scrap these fuses yet. I might try to go to one of my local breaker companies and see if they're interested in buying them. They're all brand new, still in the box, and I've got all them. That's all fuses in there in that box, and then over there on that box is all fuses as well. And from what I was looking up, those fuses can be pretty damn expensive. So I might end up selling them. If they give me more than what scrap price is, then I might just sell them. But scrapping with Grandpa, I know you're getting ready to scrap that box, but if you cut that box down, which is what I did with mine, if you had one with the plastic tote in it, these things are awesome for scrap. But you do need something to pick them up with once they're full. You have that tractor, but you need to rig up some forks in it or something if you're going to use something like that. If not, 55-gallon barrels like you're doing is probably your best bet. I do this just because I have that forklift right out there, and it makes it real convenient to take it to the dump. They unload it with a skid steer, dump them, put them back on my truck, so I don't have to even touch them. And all I did is I went and got some conduit brackets. I had a whole bucket of them from an auction, and I just ran a bunch of screws in them and bolted them right to a skid. This is the top half of one of those totes. I took a tote, actually that might be the bottom half right there, that's that tank over there. And all I did was take it and cut it off and screw it to a skid. And then that way I can drive the forklift around, pick it up, and put it right on the trailer. And that is, the bottom halves are made with a skid already built in them, so you don't have to do that with the bottom half. But I've got, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them that I've got like this, and they work good for my scrap steel. But I do have a forklift, so that does make my life a lot easier. I really like them. I really enjoy them. All this stuff here, guys, is my brother. He bought a house. He's remodeling it, but that guy was into hand radios and all this stuff. I mean, this guy was talking to people from where I live in Ohio, with people in like England and Finland and clear across the ocean with these hand radios. He was like the #1 hand radio guy in the country for years and years, and he ended up passing away. But a lot of this stuff he built himself, I guess, for the hand radio stuff. But this is all big, like it looks like coax cable, like regular internet cable, but it's big and it's heavy, and it's double coppered. It's 3 copper wires in the center with a copper outside jacket. I've never peeled it, and it has real big fittings on it. I don't know if I'm assuming he built all these things, but if you look at it, here's a good end where I cut it back and looked at it. But it's got 3 nice big wires inside and a nice copper braided jacket on the outside. Super high-end communication wire, I guess. And that's the same with this stuff here. I had never seen it before. And my brother's got rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls of this stuff from where he had towers put up at his house. He's got 3 giant antenna towers that, of course, my brother's going to cut them down, but this stuff was ran all through the house into different rooms where he had his radios set up and stuff. And I told him if we can strip it, if he can't get it sold, if we can strip it, we'll scrap it. So I got a couple, 3 or 4 pieces off of him of different sizes and different kinds to try to run through the stripper and see if it works out. But yeah, that stuff is and it's the same way. It's actually got a outside copper lining and then an inside copper tube, but there's no wire in this. That you must have fed your own wire through it. I don't know. I don't know, but we're gonna try to strip it and see what we can get out of it. I haven't showed you guys this in a while. I'll give you a sneak peek, and I haven't even gotten to try it yet, but I'm getting there. I got the torch head rigged up. I need to tighten that down, but yeah, I got the torch head rigged up and swinging over like it should. I've got some other stuff coming for that. I got these the way I want them, so when I don't have no air to it right now because the pedal is screwed up, and I got parts coming for it, but it's it'll clamp them and hold them good and tight, and should be a lot better improvement with what I had. So we might be cutting these dudes apart lickety split. So yeah, it works pretty good, but I'll give you a preview of that. This is just a little, or show you guys how it works, and it works real good. I may end up trying to buy skids of those from the scrapyard if they'd sell them to me. I don't know. We'll see. Because once I have that, I should be able to cut them apart in, less than a minute a piece. Once I get it up and rolling. We still got a bunch of electric motors over here. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this one. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. And until next time.